Ready for one more CBA audience?
Yeah.
No, well, you're gonna get it anyway. Because it's time for AWSM Comedy Radio at CBA on Belmont here in Chicago, Illinois, where we have special guest Brian Zeeland, who's going to play a game called Porner Play later tonight. It actually doesn't hurt.
AWSM
My
Radio.
voice sounds like it hurts.
That was good.
It actually doesn't
That was
hurt.
good.
It all hurts. We're sacrificing ourselves for you at home and for you live here during July at CBA Belmont. I'm Logan.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Nick, and we didn't do that in any of the episodes earlier,
didn't,
but
I
it just
realized.
worked out.
No one has any idea who we are.
But they do
Those of you who
now.
were listening to the last two episodes and were confused about it, I was Tom the whole time.
And this is our lovely guest that the audience will put their hands together for, Brian Zeeland,
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
who just has
we
one of the
go.
most fabulous beards that I've ever seen in my entire
You're
life.
too kind.
Like, it's just great. The first time I grew my beard in, it actually looked like yours in coloration. It was a little red. And, yeah, I don't know why it went away and became darker, but I guess that's what happens with age. Our souls just get darker, just like our air conditioning filters.
Less of an
and,
individual.
You know?
Sort of lose yourself.
Whole world goes round. How are you doing in the city, man? When did you move here?
I moved to Chicago June 19th, 2 years ago. Or June 9th. June 9th, 2
So-
years ago. It's a little over 2 years.
Yeah, I was about to
14?
say. I don't
2014?
think it was the 19th.
No.
No, we met a week ago, so.
Did
No idea.
you meet these jokers when we were hanging out at the Uptown Arcade? There's my unofficial
Indeed,
plug for the
indeed.
Uptown
Well,
Arcade.
I probably met you at Nick's birthday that one night.
No, the first
No.
time we met was after Kate was on the show a couple times ago, and we met over yonder around the corner at Trader Todd's, I believe.
That's
is the name.
right.
I think that's
where
how it
you
all played
met
out.
when Kate Pecco came on the show and
That's
read
the
from
one.
her lovely blog, Fill This Out Later, which everyone should continue to check out. I've been reading
Can we
them.
repeat
It's
all this
always
information?
hysterical.
If somebody at home is taking notes and they want to
Uh-huh.
keep track of how we met,
Oh, that yeah.
we just
I mean,
make sure it was Trader Todd's.
it'll be in the
Trader
description
Todd's.
down below.
Karaoke.
Every time I met one of these individuals, it was at a bar. I suppose that's
Yes.
really what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I'm currently drinking a beer.
I'm currently drinking an 8-bit beer.
One of those bars, the
As am I.
Uptown Arcade, these arcade bars are becoming very popular.
Yeah.
People like to get drunk and play video games.
What's your favorite
It's
video
true.
game? Let's go down the line. If we had to pick a classic arcade
Oh.
game.
Oh, an arcade game? I can't say Pokemon Go?
No, you can't. Please don't.
I really like it.
Okay. Moving on. So, or moving back.
Yeah, can I say
classic
Soul
arcade
Calibur? Is that old enough?
Hey,
There was a
that's
Soul
cabinet.
good one.
Calibur?
They had
Soul
a cabinet.
Calibur is a good one.
Yeah.
I like
Can I
it.
say Super Smash Brothers?
Hey,
Yeah.
Super
It's not an
Smash Bros.
arcade
That's a
game.
good one. That's
It
not
could
an
be.
arcade game.
I like the Simpsons.
That's
arcade
not
game.
an arcade
The
game.
Simpsons
The
arcade
Simpsons
game.
arcade
Oh, it
game.
The
definitely is.
Simpsons is an arcade game, but the Smash
Marge
Brothers
had the
isn't.
reach with that vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, reach all the way
Yeah.
around. Go ahead, Brian.
Joust.
What?
What?
Joust.
He
Oh,
works
I
at an
remember
arcade.
Joust.
Yeah,
No,
Joust
what is
was
Joust?
great.
I was gonna say
Joust
something
is the
obscure.
one there where you're against opponents that are on buzzards, and you yourself are riding an ostrich that flies. You have to have, yes, you are a knight decked out in complete armor, and the objective is to have the higher lance than your opponent. At which
I like
point,
it.
if you hit the opponent, they turn into an egg that you have to retrieve. Otherwise, they will respawn even stronger and faster than before.
That's just.
But
That
no,
sounds amazing.
Wow.
I was lucky
Awesome.
enough to have 3 cabinets growing up. I had Missile Command, Joust, and Defender. And Joust was by far my favorite.
I love how surreal video games are. Like that. And
Doesn't make any
Mario,
sense.
he's a plumber who fights dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He doesn't fight dinosaurs.
And mushrooms. He
Bowser's
fights,
a dinosaur.
Lizards
he
are
fights
bad.
dinosaurs and mushrooms.
That's a dinosaur. That's not multiple dinosaurs.
What about all the other Koopas?
What?
All the other Koopas.
Those
The Troopa Koopas.
turtles.
Koopa Troopas.
I stand
turtles?
corrected. I just don't even know
turtle
my
dinosaurs,
shit
right?
anymore.
I know that's not a real
turtles
thing.
are cute,
but-
though.
You know, I'm going to pick my
They were
classic
dinosaurs in
arcade
the movie.
game. I'm going to pick mine now. Okay, I'm going to pick it.
It's yours.
What is
I think I have to go with. I started to say Spy Hard. That's a movie. What is that old car
of Die
game
Hard.
where you're like a little car and you can get like a little laser
Oh.
put on it, like.
Oh, man.
And you what do you say? No, it's not
No,
Twisted
no, no,
Metal.
no.
But it's like I don't
Oh.
remember. I just remember
no
playing
idea.
it.
Yeah, Spy is in the title, I think, right?
Yeah, it's like
Spy versus Spy?
Spy Car.
Is it like Spy
or
Car?
Spy something.
Is it
Do you
that easy?
remember
Car
this
Spy.
arcade game?
Car Spy.
Can we phone a friend? Who can we call?
We can't phone a friend. Oh, damn. But I mean, there is the internet. But whatever. We can move on from that because Uptown Arcade tonight, which is probably where I imagine we might be later.
More than
I don't
likely.
know.
More than
yeah,
likely.
okay. There's a tournament that's going on with this new badass game they got in the
Yeah.
middle
Oh,
of
it
the
looks so
arcade
cool.
called Killer Queen, which is a 10-player arcade game. 5 people on one side, 5 people on the other. 3 different ways to win.
Plays similarly to Joust.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I was invited to be in a league, and I only played it once.
I still have yet to play it. I haven't been around
It's
enough people.
beautiful.
I can't
Yeah.
wait to give it a shot.
It's really beautiful.
It's
Well,
apparently like super rare.
beautiful.
yeah, it's super rare. There's 2 of them in Chicago. There's one of them at Uptown Arcade, and there's one of them elsewhere that I'm not
Yeah.
going to say. But it's
Spy Hunter.
Spy Hunter. There it is. That's what it was. Look at that.
That's the one.
Look at that. Look at the listeners on the podcast are like, why is he saying look at that? Podcasts aren't a visual medium. So let's come back to video games or games in general in a minute when we get Sean up here to play a game with you.
All right.
But before that, I wanted to talk about the fact that you're going to be leaving us soon to continue your career as an actor with Tierra del Sol inaugural season studio theater.
What did you say? Tier?
Tierra.
Tierra, the Earth.
You better be glad I'm saying anything tonight with this voice.
Terra's the earth.
But
Oh, right. What is Tierra?
It's
T-
like a little crown.
that is a tiara.
What's a tiara?
Tierra?
That's it.
Yeah.
Del Fuego?
Del Sol.
Del Sol.
Theater of the Sun, I
Sun.
imagine.
Theater.
Yeah.
Of the, okay.
It is the inaugural season, for them. I'll be joining them.
Where you're going to be playing Jamie in the last 5 years.
Very excited for that
Yeah,
one.
I mean, previous guest Liz Chittister sings like an angel. This guy sings like an angel as well. I played Jamie in Theater Memphis years ago with Mary Hollis and Bowden. So, have fun, man. That show. Do we know last 5 years, audience? It's a 2-person musical that lasts about 3 hours long. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
So you got to have a lot of endurance to do that. And what else are you in? Private Lives?
It's an old Noel Coward piece. It's British high comedy.
Oh.
It's old school.
I like that you call it a piece.
British high comedy.
It's a British
high comedy piece.
Doing
You
this
sit
piece.
up high in your seat and on the edge of your seat.
the European Union.
You bake a cake.
You
You
don't
should
even
have
sound
auditioned,
human,
man. You'd have
Nick.
got it over me.
Next
That was an
to
awful
normal?
British accent.
Next to normal.
That was hardly next to normal. That's the one that I don't know. I don't know that one.
Oh man,
Is
it'll rip your heart out, man.
Is it a musical?
It is a musical.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
rock musical. I can't remember the direct affiliation, but I think it was a producer or a director for Rent. Kind of piloted this whole thing when it was going through on Broadway and so on and so forth. And so it was just a good production team behind it. And then the story itself is just jaw-dropping.
Did you like the gayest reaction in the world when you said Rent? I had that
Just-
subtle I'm a gay man. Rent and I go way back.
Way back?
How stereotypical. When I came out, I actually was in New York and walked out of the theater, Nederlander Theater, seeing Rent, and I was like, guys, I have to tell you something.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did.
he's told this story before.
And I was like, I'm gay. And they were like, okay, let's go eat. They had no clue. No clue under the sun.
They had no clue, or they had
under-
every clue, and you had.
No clue under Del
They're
Sol.
like, yeah, old news, Nick. Let's go. Food time.
Let's go, old news, back into new news. But you're going to be leaving us and going to Florida to
Yeah.
do these 3 wonderful shows. When do you leave us?
At the end of September. I'll be in Florida the start of October.
Oh, we got some time. Then we got
Yeah, we
some
got a couple
time
months,
to build up
couple
a little
months.
league for a little killer
Little
queen.
Killer Queen.
league
You've been on
time.
a tour like that before?
I
to
have.
Other states?
This one isn't a tour. I'll just be going there for 6 months for a contract, and I'll be sitting at this theater
In
Are you coming back?
in Florida. What's up?
Are you coming back afterwards?
I can't say for certain.
Okay.
Kind of leave the doors open every which way and kind of go where the wind blows, No
Go
What do
where
you,
the
what do you
wind
like
blows.
about a road tour like that? About going on the road?
Well, he just said it's not a road tour.
Well,
But
we'll
let's
have,
imagine it
we'll have
is.
I've been on one.
Then
so,
let's talk about
yeah,
that. That's where Logan wanted to take you.
We'll travel down to Florida for this, so I guess there's kind of a road tour there to it. But I was
yeah,
on
Nick.
I was on
Swing.
I was on a tour with the Nebraska Theater Caravan, where I'm from. It was Omaha, Nebraska, and they do a production of A Christmas Carol and tour it every year.
Ooh.
And it's been going on for something like, I think I was on the 45th year or 40 years that it's been touring around. But it was the only time I've ever done anything like that, and you really don't realize what a toll it takes on your body.
Yeah.
Just going and just moving all of the time. However, it's totally negated by the fact that you get to see some of the most beautiful landscape I've ever seen in my life. I'll never forget Montana. I'll never forget Albuquerque, New Mexico. If you want to go for a good time, stop in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I know I was.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, it was a
your
good
imagination
time.
what
My
that
interest
means.
is peaked already. It's like I saw it on the side of the bus. Montana.
It wa-
Albuquerque. I'm gonna go.
But yeah, no, it's amazing to, you go from state line to state line and you can really see, the shift in geography, like I said, but you can really kind of notice a shift in cultures sometimes and just the colors change of everything, displayed and everything out. And it's cool to be around so many different groups of people in such a short period of time. Because I think I was only on the road for like a month. It wasn't that big of a deal. Like we left
But it
before
feels like a long
Thanksgiving.
time. Like when you come
Yeah.
back, you think it's years later.
Yeah, it felt that way for sure. But it was a lot of fun, man. I'd do it again in a heartbeat if I had the opportunity, for sure.
I got to ask one of those typical questions that as someone asks of an actor all the time. If you had to narrow it down, I'll give you two roles. One of which is like a dream role for which you've never been cast yet. The other, your favorite role play thus far.
Okay.
I know, compound question. It's terrible.
If I could play any role currently, it would be Jonathan Larson, actually.
Okay.
In Tick Tick Boom, which is kind of an
Nice.
Tick Tick Boom came before Rent. Jonathan Larson, if you don't know, is the guy who wrote Rent. I think Rent keeps popping up. I'm not entirely sure why, but
Yeah. It's a gay-themed podcast.
There you go. But before he did Rent, he did an autobiographical story that it started out as a one-man show, and then later he added two characters who play several different people while he plays himself the whole time, and it's kind of his story dealing with the struggles as a bohemian artist in New York, trying to make the decisions of like, can I keep my relationship and keep driving for my career? If I end my relationship, he was, a writer, so he was like, if I end my relationship, do I lose this muse, and does the career exist without this? And just like those kind of crazy questions that you can get into and like the things that you deal with. And it's just a wonderful rock musical the entire time too that I would just love to dig my
I
teeth,
love it too,
sink my
man.
teeth into.
It's
It's a blast.
I concur. What about what you have played? Like most memorable role or even most memorable moment on stage?
Man, there's two. And apples and oranges. I've been completely naked on stage before.
Yeah.
Doing.
Oh, you told me this. That's
yeah,
right. I remember
was
this
doing
one.
a psychological thriller called Bug. Chicago guy Tracy Letts. It was a movie with Michael Shannon and Ashley Judd. Harry Connick Jr. I think was in it, but it was a play first, and that was just surreal because I never really thought about being in that situation. Then all of a sudden you're
Thrust into it.
in the buff on stage. It's just like, oh, well, okay. So that was memorable for reasons in and of itself, but the absolute most fun I've had on stage was when I played Ash in Evil Dead the Musical.
Nice.
Yeah. Blood cannons galore. I'll show you pictures later, man. It's
That's
like
so
the
cool.
whole had an amazing props department. So the full chainsaw on the arm. We shot the audience with blood cannons. It was incredible. They went full tilt for it. We had his name is Greg Combs, and he's the vice president of Disney Imagineering, and he's an Omaha guy. So he was back in town, and he jumped in on it and helped with kind of the design of the whole thing. So it was everything you could imagine and a little bit more. Man, I've never had so much fun. It was just a rip roaring good time.
That's so cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, this game is going to be a lot of fun, and we have our fun friend up here, Sean, who's going to play with you. Porn or play?
Are you ready to get down? Because we like to get down. And when we get down, we like to do it in a theater
Go on, check that one out.
or in a pornographic film.
The long intros are great. They get us a chance to settle in here. Welcome, audience member. What's your name?
Sean.
Sean, hey, welcome. You're going to be playing.
Say hi to Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah, Sean.
You can call me Noodles.
I can
Okay.
call you Noodles?
Yeah,
All right.
like a spaghetti
from that
sandwich.
sandwich
Do I
earlier?
have to?
Spaghetti and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
It's an option. I could call you Noodles or not, right?
Well,
I'll go with Noodles. I'll go with Noodles.
Okay.
All right. So in this game, it's going to be the first to 3 points. I'm just going to start listing titles. It's either going to be a pornographic film or a theatrical play that's been published. Brian, you're going to go first. How about this one? Monster Makers. Porn or play?
I hope it's a porn.
You hope it's a porn? What do you hope?
Unfortunately, you're wrong. That's a play.
By
That's a
who?
play. Well, it's in the Samuel French catalog. That's where we got these from. I don't remember the author's name.
Yes, Monster Maker by Sam French.
We can look that up later. Noodles, Star Maker, porn or play?
I think that's a play.
Wrong as well. 0-0 tie right now. That's a porn. Star Maker. Brian,
Yes.
Mother's Little Helper.
Oh my goodness.
Nick had to leave on that one. He'll be back after 10 minutes.
Are there
or
any
so.
special spellings I should be aware of?
Nothing
Any
unusual but the spelling on that one.
points,
Spelling's
punctuation.
the same.
Spelling's a good question because that comes up a lot in this game.
All right.
But no, that one's spelled as you would expect. Mother's Little Helper.
Mother's Little Helper, huh?
Yep.
Let's go with play.
Wrong again. That's a porn.
That is the worst
Yeah.
possible.
Unfortunately. All right.
I watch a lot of porn too.
Noodles.
I'm just kidding.
You watch
Let's
porn
see.
with titles?
Subtitles?
What? I used to work
That's great.
at I
That's
used to
great.
work at a
Who-
video store.
I like online. Is that really a title? Is that just the thing?
Bold.
It's really-
Nick's screaming without a microphone. Noodles, so why don't we give you another one here?
Okay.
How about Don't Hug Me, We're Married?
That sounds kind of like an Ashley Madison flick.
So you're guessing porn is what you're saying.
Yeah.
In case anybody didn't get that reference there. No, that's a play. That's a play, actually. This is a
What?
really a tougher game than I thought, really. I remember it being difficult.
We're obviously very cultured.
All right, here, I'll make it a little easier here.
cultured.
Brian, how about Penetrator 2 Grudge Fuck Day?
Can you repeat that, please?
That is Penetrator 2 Grudge Fuck Day.
I noticed the customers turned their head as soon as you said
Oh, yeah.
Penetrator
We're selling
2.
some
Would that
bagels.
happen to
Grudge
be a
fuck day.
porn, sir?
It would, in fact. 1 point there for Brian.
All
Very
right.
good.
I think we should write a play called Penetrator 2 Grudge Fuck Day.
Yeah, and then get it published, and then we continue.
Penetrator 2.
Are we going to keep going?
Grudge fuck day.
We normally go to 3 points, so we're going to keep going. Let's keep
It's
going.
coming.
Noodles.
Get it?
I think everyone got it.
Does it?
I think
The best
I got
jokes
it.
are the ones you have to explain.
You see, Cummings also euphemism.
Okay. Noodles.
Yes.
Some explicit Polaroids.
Explicit Polaroids.
Some explicit Polaroids.
That'd be like a really vintage one.
Oh, really? What?
So is it a
Really,
play or porn?
porn.
Oh, okay.
Porn wrong again.
Yeah.
Brian. Jennifer 8.
Oh, porn.
Correct. 2 points. Noodles. Paradise Blue.
Porn?
Wrong again. Brian. Advanced Man, Part 1 of the Honeycomb Trilogy.
Toodles, noodles. Porn.
Wrong, it's a play.
Shoot!
Noodles. You have a chance to redeem yourself. Noodles. Sorest Rump.
It's gotta be a play.
No, it's a porn.
Brian. Brian. Shoot/get treasure/repeat. Shoot, get treasure, repeat.
It's a porn.
Wrong, it's a play. Noodles. Done in
That's not the
seconds.
worst.
A porno.
That is
Yes!
a porn for their first point. Very good. Oh, wait, see. Brian, Twin Peaks, P-E-E-K, or 2 E's, P-E-E-K-S.
Porn.
That is correct. You've just won Porner Play.
Wait, that's a
Are you ready to get down?
that's
Got
a
3
show.
points.
It's a show, but that's Twin Peaks as in the mountain peaks. Not
when
Twin
we
Peaks as
get
in
down,
Looky
we
Loo.
like
It's
to
P.
do
It's
it
spelled P-E-E-K-S.
Yes.
Okay.
in
Twin
a
Peaks.
theater
Yeah, very good.
or
Wow.
a pornographic film.
That's tough.
That was exhilarating.
Yeah, that was pretty hard.
All right. Why don't we
Well-
shift our mics down?
Some mic shifting action going on. Just want to take this time to say thank you to our live audience in Chicago Bagel Authority.
Yeah.
We are Awesome Monster. Check us out at www.awesomonster.com or by visiting all the social media outlets at @awesomonster/ at awesomonstercomedy. Special thanks to our wonderful guests all through the night: Brian Zealand, Liz Chittister, and Sherman Edwards. Come back next month on August 1st. We'll have another array of special monstrous guests, figures in Chicago and around the world coming together for comedy. Thanks. For free. Visit thesharonstudio.com for more. Studio.com for more. Studio.com for more.